What's going on? My name is Thomas. I'm an online fitness coach to skinny fat men who are fucking stuck. You're ambitious, you're a hard worker, you're eating clean, you are like doing all the right things like exercising and stuff. But despite all of that, you still have like skinny arms, no muscle, and that's not even the worst part. The worst part is the fact that you still have that annoying bit of belly fat that just makes it super uncomfortable for you to take your shirt off. Like, you look completely fine with your shirt on. Like, that's completely fine. But when it comes off, bro, you're uncomfortable. You are like not in your own skin. Like, you hate that. And it's just super like embarrassing for you, even, I would say. And right here, I'm like not making fun of you or anything because I want to help you. I was once just like you. I was doing all the right things. I was like doing a bunch of cardio. I was like eating healthy. I was like training 5, even like 7 times per week sometimes. I've done all the hard, crazy shit. Like, I don't know, let's say 75 hard. I was training like twice a day. And it honestly just kept me skinny fat, to be honest. But yeah, let's just get into the video. So if you're a skinny fat man, you probably struggle with this skinny fat dilemma, which is whether you should bulk or you should cut, because you're not sure, because you're not skinny, you're not fat, you're just something in between. And it's just the worst place to be at, honestly, as a man, because you're just super stuck. The traditional advice does not really apply for you. You cannot just cut or just bulk, because honestly, I'll just get into this later. But basically, in this video, I am going to give you the answer to this dilemma, whether you should bulk, whether you should cut, and by the end of this video, you will walk away with a clean and basically clear, actionable plan that you can apply right after the video. It's fucking step by step to finally fix the skinny fat look. And spoiler alert, there might be a third option between all those bulking and cutting stuff, but I will just get into this later. So just to kind of like get into the video, I was stuck skinny fat for 3 years. I was doing all the right things. As I said, I was running, doing a bunch of cardio, like eating healthy, like high protein, low fat, all that stuff. I was training 5, sometimes even 7 days a week. But despite all of that, I was stuck in this embarrassing skinny fat physique. Like, I had no muscle. I had really annoying belly fat. Like, whenever I would sit down, I would just always grab a pillow next to me so that nobody could see my belly rolls. Like, it came to that point. Like, I fucking hated how I looked. And I was stuck in this dilemma, which I call the skinny fat dilemma, whether I should bulk or whether I should cut. And luckily to you, I have tried both. So right now, I know the answer, which I'm gonna give you right now. So option 1, let's just go basically through both of these options. Option 1 is to basically bulk. And on theory, basically on paper, bulking sounds really good. Like, you just eat more, you lift heavy as fuck, you build more muscle, and you shred all the fat later on. But it only sounds good. It does not really like apply in like reality with your skinny fat physique. So what happens if you're skinny fat is the fact that you just get fatter. You get more belly fat, you get puffier, your face gets puffier, and even if you wanted to cut, it would just take you forever. So this is not the most convenient option for you to do right now. So the verdict right here is to definitely do not bulk, unless there is one caveat to this, unless you want to go from skinny fat to fucking fat. But who wants that, right? You probably, if you're watching this, want a lean athletic physique, basically feel comfortable in your body, and you're not trying to be fat, right? And so option number 2, after knowing that bulking is not the option, or basically not the way to go, option number 2 is basically cutting. Again, cutting sounds really good in theory. Like, you just eat less, you lose that annoying belly fat, you get super lean, and then you build muscle, right? Again, it sounds really good on paper, but only on paper. Because what happens if you're skinny fat, basically, to explain, if you're skinny fat, you have very little muscle, and you're basically above average in the body fat percentage, right? So you have more body fat percentage than you really have muscle. And if you were to just cut down, you would still probably left off or basically leave off with some belly fat. Because let me just show you an example. So this was basically me after trying to bulk up, and then I basically just cut down because I thought, yeah, I now have enough muscle and stuff, yeah? Nah, not really. I still didn't have enough muscle, no traps, no shoulders, basically super skinny arms, no chest. There like probably some definition peeking out here, but nowhere near where I wanted to be. And as you can see, I looked like a fucking pear. I literally looked like a fucking pear. Like I went like this, bro. And I don't think that's what you want. So unless you want to achieve this kind of physique, go ahead, like cut, right? But I don't think that's what you are here for again. So basically what happens with skinny fat, you literally achieve this exact physique, bro. Like lose muscle, as you can see, no muscle, weaker, like this does not look like a strong man, right? Then you just get smaller, again, smaller and softer right here. So I don't think that's what you want again. So you just have skinny arms, belly fat, and I don't think that's what you want. So verdict, definitely do not cut. So if neither bulking or cutting are the right answer for skinny fat man, what the fuck are you supposed to do? Like, what am I supposed to do? I'm skinny fat. Like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? Should I just give up? Yes, give up. Nah, definitely. I'm joking, right? What you should do, honestly, is to do the third thing. And I will get into this later, but before I do that, I just want to explain why the bulk or cut cycle, basically bulk cut cycle, fails for skinny fat men. Because as I already said, skinny fat is a unique problem. You're not just too fat or just like too under muscled. You are basically both at the same time. Like that's literally the worst spot to be in, right? And so if you bulk, you just get fatter. If you cut, you just get softer. Basically, you achieve this ugly look, right? Look, you look okay with shirt on, but then you take it off and bro, you look like a pear. Nah, not the way to go, right? And the traditional advice does not work for you if you're skinny fat. And you need a different approach, and this is what this video is about. And the different approach is something I call the body rebuild protocol, which is the option number 3 between bulking and cutting. And this option number 3 is the only right option for skinny fat men like you. And this allows you to lose fat and build muscle at the same time, which is what you want to achieve as a skinny fat man, right? So it's basically divided into 2 phases, and phase number 1 is reset, which you do for like 2 to 4 weeks. And the way it works is that you basically reboost your metabolism, because as a skinny fat man, there's a really big chance that your metabolism is like really wrecked up, like it's all over the place, right? So without really like establishing this routine and establishing your metabolism to that basic baseline where you are supposed to be, we need to basically reset your metabolism. So the way we'll do this is that you will eat at maintenance. So yes, you will track calories. I know it's annoying, but you need to do it. If you actually want, like, you got to make some sacrifice, right? So track your calories, track your macros, make sure you're getting enough protein. But basically, download MyFitnessPal, you're probably familiar with that. And basically the way you can calculate your maintenance calories is your weight in pounds times 14. So do that little equation. It's not that hard. You can literally do it on your calculator right here. And eat at that maintenance for 2 to 4 weeks. That's it. We're not cutting. We're not bulking anything. We're just resetting so that your metabolism establishes. And so let's say when your maintenance is supposed to be 2,400 or let's say 2,500 for just math sake, we're not cutting down. Let's say if your metabolism wrecked, your maintenance calories are not where they're supposed to be. They're not at that 2,500, 2,400, or whatever example I gave. So once we establish that and basically kind of like calm down the metabolism and basically put your maintenance where it's supposed to be, we then rebuild. And by rebuild, I don't mean pure bulk or anything like that. What I mean is basically we will rebuild your body, because we will be losing fat and building muscle at the same time. That's what I call the rebuild phase, because you're literally rebuilding your body from scratch, right? And so this will take roughly 12 to 16 weeks. And here you want to eat at a 200 to 300 calorie deficit. So basically you calculated your maintenance right here. So whatever number popped up for you, basically extract 200 to 300. I would basically I would either do 300 or like something in between, which is like 250. So if your maintenance was, let's say 2,500, and we want to do like 200 to 300 calorie deficit, then that's basically, that deficit you will be eating at 2,200 calories per day. You will also be hitting 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight, because this is crucial for skinny fat men. This was a mistake I have done, and this is a mistake I don't want you to be making, because it literally cost me 3 months my bad. 3 years. 3 years of progress. I was stuck skinny fat for 3 years, I already mentioned at the start of this video. And I don't want you to end up there, right? And so you will be eating at a 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight with a 200 to 300 calorie deficit. And so the reason this protein and this deficit is really important is because you can, as a skinny fat man, you have a really unique problem. You are scientifically proven. You are what is called a sub-optimized trainee, which means that you can build muscle and lose fat at the same time. And the only way you get this is by eating in a slight calorie deficit, not like a huge deficit that will kind of like starve you and basically make you feel like shit, but basically a tiny deficit that allows you to lose fat and build muscle slowly. You also want to do progressive overload. So don't just show up to the gym, actually progress week by week. And instead of running, if that's what you do, please stop. Unless you really love it and you do like marathons and you're training for a marathon, stop running. You don't need to do it. I hated running, honestly. I only kind of enjoyed running at the summer or in the summer because it's like kind of cool. Like you're running shirtless and stuff. I kind of enjoy it in the summer, but I only did it for fun, right? But instead of running, just walk. Walk 7 to 10K steps daily instead of running, because walking basically lets you, or does not even stress your body out as much as running does. And like the higher the stress hormone, basically what I was trying to say, the higher your stress hormone, which is cortisol, peaks or basically shoots up, the worse or the harder for you it will be to lose fat. Because if your body is in stress mode, it is basically in the fight or flight mode, it will keep onto fat for emergency fuel basically. And then you want to train 2 to 4 times per week instead of fucking, I don't know, like 7 days a week. And the results you can expect: lose fat, build muscle, get stronger, lean, athletic physique, not a bodybuilder, basically something like this. And I have went from this to this after 3 years of being stuck. And by following what I showed you in this video and by following these action steps, you can literally achieve the same, even better results in 16 weeks, not 3 years, man. Because I figured it out for you and you basically don't have to go through the trial and error. And so action steps for you is to calculate your number. So body weight in pounds times 14, that is the maintenance. Eat at it for 2 to 4 weeks, then drop to it basically calorie deficit, where you basically subtract 200 to 300 calories from that maintenance calories. Then you want to hit 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. And if you want my high protein cookbook with like all the recipes they can literally just copy and use every single day, they're super simple to make, not expensive or anything like that, just DM me protein on Instagram, link in the description. And you want to train smart, 3 to 4 times per week, progressive overload, and track lift through app called Heavy. That's how you progress. That's how you get better. You can't get better if you are not getting better, obviously, right? And step number 4, just stay consistent. And that's everything basically you need to do to go from skinny fat to lean and athletic in 16 weeks or less. So that being said, I hope this video helped. If it did, drop me a subscribe. I will be posting more content like this. I want to get more consistent with YouTube because I know it can help you a lot more than just short form content. And if you want even more daily tactical advice on fixing the skinny fat look, then also make sure to drop my page on Instagram a follow. The link is in the description. If you follow me, DM me protein, then I'll shoot over my free high protein recipe cookbook. But enough yapping. Have a great one and go crush it, man.